Just having a quick biscuit bisque. Yes, I still eat a biscuit from time to time with gestational diabetes. My numbers have been really good this week with my diet. So I have a little biscuit and a dunk. These aren't so good when they're dunked. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 29-week pregnancy update. If you are new here, hello, my name's Eileen and I'm an American expat living in Switzerland. On my channel, you will find videos currently about pregnancy. Like I said, we're in week 29. I've been tracking the whole thing and bringing you guys with me. So exciting, and I can't wait for the next chapter. Hopefully when a healthy, beautiful baby bub is here and we can document the growth of this gorgeous little rainbow babe. First, let's check in with my baby app. I use What to Expect When You're Expecting. What I really love is that you can pick movie props. Like instead of just saying, oh, my baby's the size of an eggplant, you can choose a movie prop or 80s nostalgia. So let's start with the fruit and vegetables. A cauliflower, apparently, this week, which doesn't make any sense to me because cauliflowers are all different shapes and sizes, whatever. Movie and TV props. This week, the baby is the size of the Mad Hatter's teapot, obviously. That would be really painful to give birth to. And 80s, 90s nostalgia. Mr. Potato Head, how fun. We had our doctor's appointment last week where we got to go in and see a scan of the baby. Baby's still looking really, really good, getting bigger. Didn't see anything waist down, so we still don't know if we're having a boy or a girl, which is so exciting. And the doctor seemed really pleased with where things stood. At the end of the appointment, I got a chance to ask some questions. And among those were concerns that I had last week that I told you guys about. The gestational diabetes, my numbers were still a bit high. Excuse me. Still, my blood sugar readings were still a bit high. So God, bleh. Pregnant, y'all. A lot of indigestion, a lot of stuff coming up. We talked about my gestational diabetes and my blood sugar numbers being high. We talked about my acid reflux, and I just told him that all the homeopathic that I was getting from the pharmacy was not working. I needed something stronger. So he gave me a prescription, which is great. I've taken that maybe 2 times. I kind of do it on an as needed basis. And that has really helped a lot. So that's great, great, great news in my world that I don't have the acid reflux so bad this week. Also, I asked him, just out of curiosity, with the diabetes, like if this baby gets really big, how long overdue would they let me go? And he said, we wouldn't let you even go to term because of your age. I'm 40 pregnant and fabulous. And on baby terms, that's old. So he said they would probably induce me if the baby looks cooked at 38 weeks, which kind of brought us to the conclusion that we are going to, wait for it, go naturally, not go with a C-section if everything looks good and the baby's not breached, because what I talked about in my last video about being able to plan a little bit around the date, if I'm getting induced, I'll have a date that I'm induced. I doubt I would go into labor over 2 weeks early, I hope, touch wood. So I can plan a little bit for an induction date. So I think we're gonna try to go natural with drugs. No judgments, don't judge me. Basically, Andy made a really good analogy about it. Because of my age, your risk level of miscarrying is a lot higher in the beginning. Then once you get to 12 weeks, it falls off like everybody does. And then you kind of coast along, kind of like you're on a flight. So like takeoff and landing is the most dangerous bit, right? But then you're on the flight and you're flying and then you land the plane. Well, at the end of a pregnancy, it's the same thing when you give birth. The further you go into the pregnancy, the older you are, the higher the risk of complications. So my doctor doesn't want to risk that and has decided to induce me at 38 weeks. Which is totally fine with me. That's great. I can plan, and it means we could have an April Fool's baby. How cool would that be to have a baby on April Fool's Day? That would be really funny. It'd be funny for the kid every year. They'd have a good sense of humor, right? Like I said, we talked about the gestational diabetes, and I had a separate appointment with that department, and we looked at my numbers and decided that I did need to start taking insulin at night. So the first night I did the injection shot, I took a little video, so let's roll that. I have to do on the outside of my leg, and yeah, the outside
outside of my leg and I have to have a hand here and a hand here, so right in the middle. And she said, just to go for it, like, don't squeeze or anything, just stick it straight in.
Do you need me to get some foil and a candle and a teaspoon?
Yeah, I feel like Red Hot Chili Peppers should be singing like Under the Bridge or something. Isn't that a drug song too? Okay, ready? Just do it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it didn't hurt at all. You gotta press this till it gets to 0. And then you have to count to 10. 1, 2, 3. There's a needle in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're always good at math, babe.
I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed it didn't hurt at all.
Oh my god.
I gotta be pricking my finger hurts more than that did. There's still some coming out of it though. Oh, that's all right. How do I eject it?
You've had more injections in this pregnancy than you had.
Oh, I don't remember how to get it off. That's a problem. I really don't remember.
Don't cut yourself or something.
I really don't remember how to get it off. I don't know that she even showed me. Who needs medical school, huh?
You.
How do you get it off? I really don't know how to get it off. What do you think? Twist?
5 hours later.
I really don't know how to get it off, Andy. I need your help.
I wasn't there. What am I trying to get off what?
The needle off the end.
You just unscrew it?
Oh, nice work. I don't know how that was so difficult for me. No, don't do that. Yo, no.
The injection was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, the IVF needles are like, what, 1.5 inches? Maybe a little shorter actually, maybe 1 inch. And those were a little bit painful because they went further into my leg, but the insulin shots are tiny. They're not painful at all. It's amazing how comfortable I am with needles and shots now. I've just had so many. What else is going on? I'm just getting bigger, right? A little more tired. If I sit for too long in one position, my back starts to hurt a little bit. So I find myself doing a lot of this, a lot of rocking. Oh, it just feels so nice when I rock back and forth. Our nursery is nowhere near done, so I need to work on that today. Let me show you the bump. So you can see it's a lot bigger in the front, from the side, any angle you try to crack it. I have got a giant bump now and it's sitting really super low. And everybody says that means it's a girl, but I've had so many people say it doesn't matter, I had a boy and had the same thing, so who knows? Who knows? Given that I am 29 weeks, if I'm being induced at 38 weeks, that means that we are in like the last 9 weeks of this pregnancy, which is crazy. In some ways, I feel like I've been pregnant forever, and then in other ways, I'm like, gosh, that went by really, really fast. So we have to try to figure out what we're doing, get organized. I've got a baby shower coming up in a few weeks I'm very excited about. My amazing friends here are throwing me a little, what do you call it in the States, a little sprinkle situation, which is really, really exciting. But believe it or not, I know I have a YouTube channel, but I'm really comfortable sitting here talking to all you guys because in my world right now, you're a camera. When I'm in a big group of people, and I find this with a lot of YouTubers, they're really introverted when they're in groups of real people, which is kind of strange. And I'm not introverted, like I love being like stand-up comedy, good time Eileen, but I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like all the attention on me. So I told my friend who's organizing it, I was like, let's basically just say a bunch of girlfriends are getting together. We're gonna have like some little nibbles. And I was like, maybe we can all go around and share our worst parenting fails just to keep it real. And that's more or less what my shower is gonna be. I'm gonna keep this really short this week, guys. I am gonna post another video talking about controversial parenting topics. Somebody out there watching, I'm sorry I don't have your name right in front of me. Thank you so much for giving me the recommendation to do this because it's such a great idea and I have thoughts. I definitely have thoughts on some of these parenting topics. So I will get that out later this week, and otherwise I'll check in with you guys at the big week 30 next week. Oh, this baby is coming. I'm so excited. Have an awesome, awesome day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.